Hey, welcome back to Papa's Custom Cars. We're back down in the laundry room. Dryer quit heating again. I just replaced the heating coil and all the capacitors and everything in this thing. So we need to figure out what's going wrong and get it fixed. I was able to purchase a kit again on Amazon. Part number 279838 fits pretty much every dryer out there, from Roper to Kenmore, a whole bunch of different ones. So let's get into this thing and see what's wrong. This time I have better lighting for you, so let's get to it. So the first step we have to do is remove our dryer vent, mainly because it's in the way. To take the back panel off and get to everything. There are ways you can do this with the panel just tilted out, but it's better if you can see what's going on in there than anything. So we find the right socket to fit it. Looks like an 8mm will take that right off. Just a regular hose clamp is all it is, and we are going to replace it with one of the magnetic ones. I was able to get one as a tester, so definitely want to get that put in place. Okay, that's off. I'm going to spin this a little bit more. So the next thing we have to remove are the perimeter screws all the way around this thing. There's a few of them. I've got my trusty tool there, but I think I can do it a lot quicker. So we'll be using our trusty screwdriver. I'm kind of concerned because I just replaced the other one, a couple months ago with that. So I'm going to see what went bad first, and then I'm going to search it real quick and make sure that there's not another issue that would cause that. So now there's a few things that you can test from out here. Brought my own meter with me. You're going to check to see that there's continuity through the There's continuity through the heating element. So you'll set your meter on continuity, which is the little one, and you'll see OL. That means there is no connection. Each one of these, the dryer element is like a toaster where it goes through a series of wires and comes out the other side. That heating element is what heats up and makes your clothes dry. This particular one, like I said, if you touch the two together, you get the beep tone, and it shows 0.3. So we're showing that there is a current through the system. So what we want to do is we'll hang this right here, and then we're going to check to see if we've got continuity through that unit. First thing we're going to do, make sure all the connections are tight. And they are, and they'll appear to be. So it looks like everything's there. Got no extra wires or anything, and if we did, it wouldn't have worked to begin with. So this one here runs into the heating coil. So we want to go ahead and touch these two together. Make sure we've got continuity, and we do not. We've got continuity to these points, nothing here. So that's definitely an issue. So once again, our heating element has burned out. And this is a relatively new one, but once again, we're dealing with, Chinese parts? This particular one I ordered from a different company. And again, we've got the 1/4-inch screws to take the heating element out. We need to unhook these 2 wires, and we'll get to those in a minute. But you've got one on each side that holds in the heating element. I don't know how this could have burned out so quickly, unless it was just cheap junk. Pull it down, and that exposes our heating element. And if you look here, it looks burnt. Go ahead and pull the wires off of here. Okay. So remember, red goes to our top one right here. Orange goes to our bottom one right here, and then this is our output. These units are made for multiple machines, but if you look in here, you can see it looks burnt, very badly burnt, and it shouldn't be that bad. But basically, what happens is your power comes in this side. This all heats up like a toaster. It's way down. This looks broken right here. But what you should be able to do is get continuity from one end to the other. And in this particular case, we're not. So I'll show you here real quick. Pay attention to the meter, if you can see it. If you touch these 2 together, it should form a circuit. And that's what gives us our reading. And clearly, nothing is happening. So you can almost go down this thing and figure out where the break is at by just see how you touch that. It's giving us continuity. Let me untangle these 2. Get them apart a little bit more. So we can almost go down the whole thing and figure out where the break is. So we got continuity all the way through here. So odds are it's behind it. And the way these come out is these little tabs just fold like so, and I didn't bring my needle nose, and I should have. Oh, we got these little tabs. So let me go get my needle nose. So the kit that I buy comes with everything, because you never know what's going to go wrong. You can always have extra parts. No issues with that, but as you can see, our new heating coil, and it's exactly the same thing. Now you'll notice how these are all straight. That's how these started out life, was straight. So clearly this is cheap garbage is what it is, because they're bending and just creating a nightmare. But here in this area you can see how it's all burned. So that's definitely either the front or the back, or they heated up so much that they actually shrunk, which is not a good thing. So our new heating element comes with our plug-in here, just like this has. And all you have to do is put this in place here. It came with one. So I'm saying if you're in here, you might as well replace it all. Pull everything out of here. Whoops. It also has some extra screws and everything. Now, one that we're looking for is this one. And if you take a look at this, you'll see that it mounts the same way that the other one does, just like that. And then this extra clip here is what hooks into here and gives you that connection. So you got it coming across, it's got this connector right here that plugs right into that. All you do is you take it and you flip it over. There it is. Yeah, it's the same way. This little tab here holds it. So you've got this little tab right here. So this thing actually broke. Wow. So we're going to take the one off the old machine, or the old one off, because this one's cheap garbage too. Odds are this is going to go out. Let's go ahead and pull this one off. We just unbend our tab here. Just like so. I can pull the whole mechanism off here. And voila. Straighten that back out again. I'll just put the new one in place of the old one. And they're a nice tight fit too, so I always just give it a squeeze to make sure it stays on there. And then you just bend that metal tab right back down. And then we'll run a continuity test on it. We'll grab a meter. What it should do when you touch the two connectors to it is it should give you continuity through it. So this side to this side, we have a connection. So that tells us that's good. We're good there, so we have continuity through everything here. So we are good. So this just slides back in place for the bottom. And remember, your red wire goes to the top. So this one's different. It's got little cotter pins that hold everything on. So maybe this one's a little bit better. We'll see. Judging from that piece, yeah, not so much. And I will weld that back on in case I ever need it, but odds are I won't. Because if I order another one, I'm going to order a different kit from somebody else. This fits right up underneath here and slides up in place until your two screw holes line up. You just grab your screws, put your screws back in again. Pretty simple to do. Save yourself a few $1,000s with it. This screw is too small. Made for something else. It came in the kit, so you want to use the one to dry it. Oops. But this particular heating unit works with a bunch of different brands, so make sure we don't wreck that. Put it back up in place. It just slides right inside of this. These two bumps here line up with those two bumps. That's how you know you're locked in. And you just want to put your screw back in. Stay. Don't tighten until you get both sides in. Oh, look, piece of broken heating coil. Find my screw. Right here. Somewhere. Yeah, let me grab another one for right now. It comes with a bunch of extra screws, so. Tighten them up. You just snug them, you don't got to kill them. And then again, our red wire goes to the top. And as you can see, there are two red wires, but one's got black coating on it. That's the one for the top. The little orange one goes right in here, like so. And then this one goes to here. So voila, and we want to check one more time for continuity. And that's really all you have to do to check any of these sensors, is check for continuity. What happens is when these sensors burn out, you lose continuity, and that kind of tells you that part doesn't work. So go from here to up here, continuity, good there, and then we can check all the other ones. We can go to, they have little slots in them, so you can check them. That one's good, and then there's one over here.
That one's good, and one right here. Do that one. Oh, but this one wouldn't have continuity because it's a completely different unit. So we check the right side. So on this one, there's 4 connectors. Let me move over so you guys can see it. Kinda. That piece of junk over there. But you have 4 connectors here. So you check the bottom one and the top one. You got continuity. And then you check these 2 in the middle, and you don't have anything. Because those are run. This is what shuts off. I believe this is the heat control. It actually monitors the heat and that type of thing through here. But yeah, that was our problem. It was just a simple fix. This can save you a ton of money having somebody come out. These sensors are usually the thing that goes out, or the heating unit. If it's not making heat, first thing you do is pull it off. You check the continuity. If you have no continuity, you know it's heat. These kits are about $35. It comes with everything you need, everything that could possibly go out, fuses and all that stuff. Like you get, I believe this one's a fuse, but definitely it's a simple fix for anybody that's got any kind of knowledge at all. One of the only things you got to make sure you do is definitely unplug it. You don't want to leave it plugged in. So let's get this thing put back together again, fire it up, and see if we've got heat. Tell my wife's got stuff hanging everywhere in here. But yeah, this tiny little piece, this is off of the heating coil. So whatever it is, it fried that little, and you can see the melted ends on it. So that's what fried it. Okay, dryer's back on. Okay, well, we know that's what's wrong. I'm going to go grab, I've got one of those magnetic dryer vents. I'm real curious how that setup would work. I don't think it will work with this without me putting in permanent piping. But the time being, we'll go ahead and get everything hooked up. She's got laundry to do, and I don't want to be in her way to do that. Okay, so go all the way around to, let's go 20 minutes. We'll push this down. Give it a couple of minutes, make sure she's heating up. A lot of the appliances that are out there are built to a certain specification. They are one of the easiest things I've ever worked on electronically. I mean, computers are simple enough, but these are even simpler. Same with even the new modern refrigerators. If you've got the right equipment, it's pretty easy to figure out what's wrong with it. So, all right, let's check the heat. And we have heat again. So with that, make sure you like, share, subscribe. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, anything of that nature, definitely reach out to me. If you guys are regulars on this type of thing, and you've run into this issue where it keeps popping these heating elements, I'd kind of like to get a little feedback. Is it because these are Amazon junk? And if they are, that's fine. I'll go ahead and order a good one. There's an appliance parts store right down the road. They carry this stuff in stock. Like I said, this heating element fits a multitude of different dryers. The heating elements are almost the same in, like, I think 5 or 6 different brands, if not more. But it's definitely an inexpensive way to do it. The parts, total parts here cost me $30. If I went and got one here at the appliance store, it might cost me $40, $45. But I'll get a better unit, I think. But definitely give me a feedback if you guys are an appliance repairman and you do run into this type of issue all the time. Are these ones from Amazon just junk? And we should be just spending the money and buying a good one. This particular one, I spent a lot more than I did on the one before. The one before, I think it was $20 or something. It was cheap. Judging from that piece of garbage, there's no wonder why. I mean, if you saw those coils, they start out life straight, and now all of a sudden they're all crooked and bent, and there's burning and scarring in there. So there's definitely an issue. Something's messing up something. So, who knows what it could be. Let's go ahead and pull this out of here and take a look at it. So if we look at the other side, we can see right there's our brake. So it snapped off of here. So this thing got so hot that it actually snapped the wire. So, I don't know how well you can see it, but right there is our broken wire. That'll cause this thing to stop working in a minute. Like I said, it's just like a toaster. If you've ever looked inside one and see those heating coils, that's all these are, is heating coils. So we'll throw this one in the trash, chalk it up to Amazon junk. So again, with that, like, share, subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.